Okay, so everyone, good afternoon, good morning, or good evening. Basta, good day. Kung sa mga orasan namin ng sakwa karon, I hope that you are fine together with your families and you are staying safe and healthy. So, as to what I have said, I will be discussing the first topic or the first module, which is all about the curriculum and the teacher. And actually, we have, I think, module 1 to 2 that need to be discussed for 2 weeks. So for our module 1, we will be discussing this curriculum and the teacher this week. So let me share my screen to you so that you can see the discussion. Okay, so um, the curriculum and the teacher. This is for IA2A and IA2B students, and supposedly we will be meeting through Zoom na online, but unfortunately we can't do it this week because I am considering the fact that some of you do not have enough load in your phones and you're still adjusting to the you're still adjusting to your schedules. So again, our first topic for EDUC 91, our curriculum development with emphasis on trainers methodology 2 is all about curriculum and the teacher and curriculum in schools. So for the rules, this will not be applied in our discussion today because you're not here with me right now. So let's just proceed to our topics. What we're learning about Module 1 today is all about the curriculum in schools, the type of curricula, the teacher as a curricularist rather, and a curricularist's characteristics. So these are our topics, and please take note of the important details. Do not forget to have your notebook together with you and your water. So next is, do you want to become a teacher? So where do you see yourself 10 years from now? So I guess you can ask this to yourself if you want to be a teacher or not. Or where do you see yourself 10 years from now? So kung sa'yo mo ang mga plans in life, no? Hitabo na siya. So practice every now and then. We should practice the breathing exercise before answering these questions, no? And of course, before listening or having your next topics or your next lessons. So what are the breathing exercise na ay tuod? For breathing exercise, this is simple breathing exercise. You have to inhale slowly and deeply through your nose. Keep your shoulder relaxed. Exhale slowly through your mouth. As you blow air out, press your lips slightly but keep your jaw relaxed. Repeat this for 3 times and do it for several minutes until you start feel better. And trust me, you will really feel better. This is just a simple breathing exercise na kinahanglan natin i-practice every day. Curriculum in schools. So let's listen and learn. So curriculum in schools. What are the different types of curricula in schools? So note, please remember, no formal, non-formal, or informal exist without curriculum. So this truly means that curriculum is really needed maski mapa-formal pa na siya, non-formal or non-formal. Dili na sila ga-exist nga types of education. Nya, walay curriculum. So, dili na siya pwede mahitabo. Na dapat curriculum. Wala na siya dapat na lesson plan or na guide sa lesson. So, teachers will have nothing to do if there is no curriculum. So, wala tayong mabuhat if walay curriculum na to. Si curriculum is at the heart of teaching profession. Every teacher is guided by some sort of curriculum in the classroom or in school. So, curriculum is very important. It is the same as having a syllabus, a lesson plan before starting our lesson. This is our guide to have a more organized teaching and learning process. So next is we have the basic education. So what is in basic education? The basic education, this includes the following. Elementary, so elementary, we have the kindergarten and grade 1 to 6, no? May secondary from grade 7 to 10 for junior high school and grade 11 and 12 for senior high school. Ito siya basic education. Okay, the basic skills that we need to know are taught here. So, wala siyang kitawag basic education. Again, kung ito basic education, nabilang ang elementary and secondary. Kung ito elementary from kindergarten to grade 6, and for secondary, grade 7 to grade 10 for junior high school, and grade 11 and 12 to senior high school. Now, remember, each has of the level each level has its specific recommended curriculum. So we can say na unsay curriculum sa elementary is the same as the curriculum sa high school. And maski dili siya parihasab sa tertiary or sa college because lahi-lahi man ang flow sa atong lessons. Lahi-lahi man ang flow sa discussion. So ingana. The new basic education levels are provided in the K-12 enhanced curriculum sa 2013 RA nato. So, kani sila ang mga level of specific recommended curriculum started when the new basic education levels provided by the K-12 enhanced curriculum. That's why we already have our junior high school and our senior high school. Okay. The next is technical vocational education. Unsay naa sa technical vocational education? This is post-secondary technical vocational educational and training is taken care of TESDA. So meaning sa TESDA, Technical Educational and Skills Development Authority. So this branch of education, di ba, trifocalized man to. We have the DepEd, CHED, and TESDA. Kaning TESDA, they are more focused on the technical vocational education. No, because ang ngayon there is technical and skills pa dyan. For the tech book track in SHS, sa DepEd and TESDA work in close coordination because kung may SHS, they're into really showing or showcasing their skills that can be used in the real scenario, that can be used in the real life situations. So that is for technical vocational education. Kanina, we have discussed about basic education. Next is we have the higher education or sa college, diba? Tertiary, higher education, higher ed. This includes baccalaureate or bachelor's degree or bachelor degrees, graduate degrees for master's and doctorate, which under the regulation of CHED. Si CHED means Commission on Higher Education. So, diri na natay master's, na natay doctorate. So, that can be considered as higher ed. And kung kuan, graduate ka og BSEd, TLE, or BTLEd, what, of course, bachelor's degree. So, sa higher ed, nagyapon ka na below, and under na ka sa CHED. Si basic education, under siya sa DepEd, si technical vocational, under siya sa TESDA, but kung may tag senior high school, a partner together with DepEd. Okay, so let's move on to the types of curriculum in schools. What are the types of curricula, rather, since it's plural in schools? So there are several types of curricula in schools that we need to remember and we need to keep in mind. In whatever levels of schooling in various types of learning environment, several curricula exist. So what are these curricula or curriculum that I am talking about? First is the recommended curriculum. What do you mean by recommended curriculum? Almost all curricula found in our schools are recommended. So what's recommended? These are being recommended by these agents of education. So for basic education, The curriculum there are recommended by the Department of Education. For the higher ed naman, the curriculum are recommended by Commission on Higher Education. And of course, for vocational education, these are recommended by TESDA. So, dili pwede mag-recommend si DepEd kay higher ed kay si CHED man ang assigned for higher ed. And of course, dili ta pwede makagama magpataka og kanang hatag og syllabus sa atong mga students nga wala gi-recommend sa ato ang branch or agent sa education. So, dili ko pwede makahatag sa inyo og syllabus nga wala gi-recommend sa CHED. So, dapat recommended siya. And kana siya curriculum, those are called recommended curriculum. Okay? Next is written curriculum. Usa na mga example sa mga written curriculum. The written curriculum, this is talking seriously about the written documents or the documents based has a recommended curriculum. Based sa recommend nga curriculum. Sa example nila, those are the course of study, the syllabi, the modules, the books, the instructional guides, materials, lesson plans, etc. Curriculum guides, those are considered as written curriculum. Written curriculum na itawag adto nila. Documents based on the recommended curriculum. Okay? Next is taught curriculum. From what has been written or planned, so na tayo written curriculum, na tayo mga gipanggama, ang mga bagay-bagay, or giplan. So the curriculum has to be implemented, of course, or taught. So kung na tayo lesson plan, sa sunod na ito buhatan sa itong lesson plan, of course, ato na siyang itudlo sa itong students. That is why gitawag siya taught curriculum, because the curriculum that has been written or planned is to be implemented or taught. The teacher and students will put life to the written curriculum. So words are taken into actions. So kung sa'y nasa itong lesson plan, kung sa'y na dito, i-implement or i-teach na ito sa sunod sa classroom. That is taught curriculum. From the word teach, and past tense na siya sa teach, that is taught curriculum. Next is supported curriculum. O sino nasa supported curriculum? Describe as support materials that teachers need to make learning and teaching meaningful. So, naman tayo taught curriculum, tayo written. So, sa taught curriculum, ato na siyang i-teach. So, dili ta pwede or it can't be called as a meaningful teaching and learning process kung wala tayo supported teaching materials. So for example, if you're teaching your students, you have the materials needed, the printed materials, no, the hard copy, kanang materials sulod sa kusina, dili sila makahibalo, dili sila ka-demonstrate if wala materials. So that can be called as supported curriculum. These are the support materials. So mo yung supported curriculum, support materials. Okay? Next is assessed curriculum. Unsay na sa assessed curriculum? From the word assess, no? Assess. So assessed curriculum, it is taught and supported curricula have to be evaluated to find out if the teacher has succeeded or not in facilitating learning. So ang taught na to nga curriculum and supported curriculum, this has to be evaluated or assessed so that we will know if ang atong gihatag sa ilaha nga pamaagi nga curricula or teaching and learning process is successful or not in facilitating learning. Example, assessment of for as learning, assessment of learning, assessment for learning, and assessment as learning. Si assessed curriculum, this can be done before the teaching and learning process, during the teaching and learning process, and after the teaching and learning process. From the word assess, that is the assessed curriculum. Next is learned curriculum. Unsay na sa learned curriculum? Learned curriculum, how do we know if the students has learned? So, di ba na naman tayo assessed curriculum, gi-assess na nato sila. So, saan ito pagkabalo if the students has learned? So, through our supported curriculum, taught curriculum, and assess na yun yung curriculum by the results that we have got, it is the time for us to identify if asa to sila kinahanglan mag-improve ang students, asa sila strong and weak. And dito na to makita if naka-learn ba sila sa imong mga discussions or wala. So, that is learn curriculum. You can base other information from your module. I hope that you have read your module so that it will be easier for you to understand the details that I have written here. Okay, next is hidden and or implicit curriculum. Unsay nasa hidden or implicit curriculum? This curriculum is not deliberately planned, but has a great impact on the behavior of the learner. So peer influence, school environment, media, parental pressure, societal changes, cultural practices, natural calamities are some factors that create hidden curriculum. Hidden curriculum because these are not really written on the curriculum, no? But this has a great impact sa learner because na sa ila hadaan and ila ang ma-meet every day. And dili na to makita, no, as teachers. For example, peer influence. Dili na to na siya mabutang sa curriculum, sa written curriculum because peer influence man. Sa iyang mga friends, sa iyang mga classmates ang influence gikan. School environment, it depends on the school's environment on how the students will react. Sa media, nili na to na mabutang daan sa atong curriculum because we don't know na as time goes by nga niya effect sa media. Sa parental pressure, sa ilang balay, dili na to na siya pwede mabutang kay wala to kabalo. Societal changes, ilang practice sa ilang culture, ang mga natural ng kalamidad, so dili na to na siya mabutong sa written curriculum. That's why determined siya as hidden or implicit curriculum. So I hope that you get the point, that you got my point. Usay na as a hidden or implicit curriculum. So many of them are deliberately planned kaning ato ang curriculums. Those are the seven major types of curricula. So many of them are deliberately planned, yes, because mostly of them kay giplano, like the recommended, the written, the taught, the assessed, and learned. However, ang hidden curriculum is dili siya predictable, no, as the influence on learning is not predicted and dili siya predictable kay wala ta kahibalo if as time goes by mo ano siya mahitabo sa imong learner. All of these have significant impact or significant role on the life of the teacher as a facilitator of learner or learning and have direct implication on the life of learners. So, nakabalo ka na itong detail every day. Mauna din ni siya nga type sa curriculum. So, keep in mind, let's have a review first before we move on to our next topic. So first and foremost, we have the recommended curriculum. Mag-start na sa pinaka-big, no? Mag-start sa pinaka-vast. Pag yung recommended curriculum, these are the curriculum recommended by the branches or the agents of education from the DepEd, CHED, and TESDA. Kung yung written curriculum, these are the syllabi, course of study, modules, book, instructional guides. Taught curriculum, it is when you implement the written or planned curriculum inside your class. You're putting life to the written curriculum. Supported curriculum, these are the support materials that you are going to use to have a more effective teaching and learning process. Kung may input assessed curriculum, this is assessing the taught and supportive curricula to find out if as a teacher we are successful or not in facilitating learning. 6 is the learn curriculum. How do we know if the students has learned or have learned inside our class, diba? And of course, we have the hidden or implicit curriculum, the only type of curriculum that is not deliberately planned and wala gyapil sa written curriculum. So, congratulations, we'll have our next topic. Our next topic is all about the teacher as the curricularist. So, kita nga teacher, since we are applying the curriculum, no, we are applying our curriculum or the curriculum recommended by CHED. So we have to know, unsay kanang importance sa the teacher as the curricularist. The teacher as the curricularist. So say kanang role ni teachers as a curricularist, being a curricularist. Here we have the teachers do series of interrelated actions about curriculum, instruction, assessment, evaluation, teaching, and learning. A classroom teacher is involved with curriculum continuously all day. So kita nga mga teacher, kita ang facilitate sa learning. That's why we are involved with the recommended curriculum all day. So that is being a teacher as a curricularist. So unsay characteristics sa usa ka curricularist? Unsay characteristics sa usa ka teacher as a curricularist? So we have the first, knows the curriculum. Of course, di ba kadungog man ang ginaingon nga teacher should know the subject matter well. Samot na sa curriculum, the teacher should know the curriculum because the teacher as a learner starts with knowing about the curriculum, and learning is lifelong. So the teachers are also learning about the curriculum, the subject matter, the content, every day, every discussion. So kaning i-discuss nako sa inyo karon, it is because I am learning. I am still learning and learned about what am I discussing in front of you right now. So dapat kita kabalo to subject matter nga atong gi-teach, dapat dili ta magmaag-maag o explain dira kabalo to sa content nga atong gi-chika, and kabalo sad ta sa curriculum, unsay flow sa curriculum, etc. And we are considered as knower. Manay tawag sa to, knower of the curriculum or knower, simply knower. That is knows the curriculum. Second characteristic, writes the curriculum. Unsay na so writes the curriculum? The teacher writes books, modules, laboratory manuals, instructional guides, and reference materials in paper or electronic media as curriculum writer or reviewer. If the teacher has received the syllabus or the recommended curriculum, then he or she can start making the syllabus and then proceed to making the module. So he or she can also publish books, no? And if ever that course or subject has laboratory, magbasa po ta or magama po tag laboratory manuals, mga instructional guides, and reference materials that can be written through paper or electronic media. You will be considered as the writer of the curriculum or writes the curriculum. Muna siya ang teacher. Second characteristic of a teacher as a curricularist. Third, plans the curriculum. It is necessary that before we have the teaching and learning process, we have a good curriculum or we have planned the curriculum. Ibutan natin sa itong klase, we have planned the lesson plan. We have carefully planned making the lesson plan and everything written there. And of course, kung dili lesson plan, the syllabi or the syllabus. No, dapat carefully plan, hanay na mga activities, ang mga buhaton, aniniya, and remarks. So a good curriculum has to be planned, of course. It is the role of the teacher to make a yearly, monthly, or daily plan of the curriculum. Kaya if ever makita ni mo yung curriculum not effective or whatsoever, then it's for you to change your curriculum. Marang gitawag na daily planning of the curriculum, monthly, weekly, or yearly. That is being a planner. So, plans the curriculum. Next is initiates the curriculum. Anong kinahanglan nga ikaw, teacher, mag-initiate sa curriculum? In cases where the curriculum is recommended to the schools from CHED, DepEd rather, CHED, TESDA, UNESCO, UNICEF, or other educational agencies for improvement of quality education, ang teacher are obliged to implement. Obliged ha, obliged, required. So kung unsay gi-recommend nga curriculum from these agencies, educational agencies, then the teacher are obliged to implement, and it is his or her initiation to do this and that. Initiates the curriculum. That's why he or she is called as initiator. Manay kuan sa initiates the curriculum. Next is innovates the curriculum. Anong kinahanglan na ay innovator sa curriculum? Because a curriculum is dynamic. Unsay pasabot sa dynamic? It is continuously changing every day. So dili po ta pwede nga magstay ta ani nga curriculum forever nga 2013 pa to siya unsa na ta ka year karon 2022. That is why naay mga revision sa ato nga curriculum, because curriculum is always changing and it is dynamic. So we have to innovate. We have to think of something that will cater the needs of the students. Kaya dili naman traditional, and we are in the 21st century. So a good teacher, therefore, innovate the curriculum, and thus, of course, pwede ang tamatawag og innovator. So manay pasabot sa innovates the curriculum or being an innovator. Next is implements the curriculum, no? The curriculum that remains recommended or written, kay dili nato na siya makita yung purpose, dili nato makita unsay gamit niya. So kinahanglan nato na siya i-implement. Kinahanglan nato na siya i-take into actions or i-walk the talk. Diba? Dili ba nato makita nga kani siya curriculum sa EDUC 91 kay successful ni siya, sure ko. Sure ka nga successful na siya nga wala pa man mo na siya i-apply sa mga students. So dapat i-implement natong curriculum. Curriculum has to be implemented. Somebody has to implement it. It is the teacher, and he or she is called as implementer. That is implements the curriculum. Manay kuan sa curricularist, kita ang teacher as curricularist, dapat mag-implement sa curriculum. Next is evaluates the curriculum. So there are questions nga guide na to or basis sa pag-evaluate sa curriculum. How can one determine if the desired learning has been achieved? Diba? Is the curriculum working? Does it bring the desired results? What do outcomes reveal? Are the learners achieving? Are there some practices that should be modified? Or should the curriculum be terminated or continued? I guess that we have discussed last semester about it, or if you were not those students, I'll be telling you that we have to evaluate the curriculum. Evaluating the curriculum is very important. Why? Because we have to see if and only if the results are overwhelming or not, or if the results are okay. So if okay ang mga results, for example para mas masabtan ninyo sa lesson planning, nyo, imo na siyang ikuan sa ibang students sa class. So you have that certain strategy on how to implement, no? What is your topic all about, activities ingada. And then you have seen that after all you've done, no, nakita ni mo only 40% of your students have learned from your topic, from how you discuss to them. So it's time for you to change the way, the strategies, or it's time for you to modify the curriculum. And if it is not that engaging, it is not producing competent individuals, it is not producing students nga maggamit ang ilang HOTS, so ato ang i-terminate ang curriculum. So muna ato ang role as teachers in the society, that we have to also evaluate the curriculum, and we can be called as evaluator. Kita nga evaluate sa curriculum. So let me have a review. These are the characteristics of a teacher as the curricularist. So first and foremost, we have the teacher should know the curriculum. as the teacher is the knower. Mastery of subject matter and content, mastery of curriculum. Knower. Next is writer. Writes the curriculum. The teacher writes books, modules, lesson plans, guides, etc. Next is plans the curriculum. A curriculum has to be planned. So it is the role of the teacher to make a yearly, monthly, or daily plan of the curriculum. Therefore, the teacher is the planner. Next is initiate the curriculum. The teacher is the initiator if iyang i-implement ang mga recommended curriculum from DepEd, CHED, TESDA, UNESCO, UNICEF, or any educational agencies. Next, the teacher will be an innovator if and only if he or she is innovating the curriculum. Magkunaon na siyang mga activities nga makater ang needs ng students. Next is implements the curriculum. The teacher is the implementer if and only if yaan na i-implement ang written curriculum. Next, the teacher is evaluator if and only if yang evaluate ang curriculum kung nakita niya nga dili successful or dili effective ang iyang strategy before. So for the links and resources of this discussion, we have the resource from curriculum development for teachers, OBE and K-12 based book authors. They are Doctor of Education Purita Bilbao, Doctor of Education Philomena Dayagbil, and Doctor of Philosophy Brenda Corpus. So these are the people who are behind sa tuang discussion about curriculum. But of course, with the focus of trainers methodology, we'll be meeting it on mga midterm, hapit na midterm exam. So supposedly, I will be giving you this certificate of participation, but unfortunately, we haven't have our online class due to some of you are still adjusting to your new schedules and all. So maybe on our next discussion, if it would be on virtual discussion, I will give the certificate of participation to you. So for your activity, I will just follow it. No, I will just make it nga kwan. After this discussion, I will just follow it so you can see it. Kung dili pa okay ito ang step, then ako na lang siyang i-post na to sa itong Facebook, and I don't think so. Kung okay na siya sa step, then magama ko portal dito for your submission. So again and again, you will only have 2 weeks nga kwan, 2 weeks nga bakante or lugway, nga maka-answer mo sa inyong mga activities, and after 2 weeks, mag-kwan na siya, mag-close na to siya automatically. So that's it for today, and this is for our topic karon nga week 2, and actually kadota mag-meet sa isa ka week. So for the second time na we'll be meeting, you will be doing your activity. And next week, we'll be discussing about the teacher as the knower of the curriculum. So that's very important na you have to watch this video first or read the first module before proceeding to the next topic. So congratulations everyone for finishing this video, for watching this video. I hope you have learned something from the topic, which is all about the curriculum and the teacher.